part 4. This is one of the first times I'm going to one book series without any interruptions about music, piano, other books. This time I'm going to try my best on Brave. Now, after our 3 takes, we went through 86 pages, which is actually, this book is taking longer than I thought. It is 232, if I'm correct. 240 pages book. And so far, after 3 videos, we have done 86 pages. So that's about 1/5 of the story. Now, as I said last take, but I'm going to say that now, I'm going to try to speed things up a bit. So, I am not explaining everything in such detail for the undetailed ones. Now, we left off with Jensen starting to get a kind of a part in the newspaper crew. Now, it's been a couple weeks for Jensen. The book did flash forward for a couple weeks. And he still gets text messages for help, like these papers need folding, they need to staple, they need to edit these pictures, edit the videos or something, small things, and there so. And he also said that it was good working in a newspaper, seeing how the art club was stressed out with the work and were arguing. Like, if the date was one day wrong, they would argue over whose fault it is, even though they could just fix it. So there was a lot of stress. And also, Jensen was in danger of failing math, so he had math tutoring. And he was sad because he had to miss art club, which means he missed newspaper, and he was scared that his art friends might forget about him, like when Tessa forget him adding him to the line group, or when they didn't make him help with the art festival thing, which was also because he didn't like reading books, but they also forgot about him, which wasn't good. And he feels left out sometimes when the time they went to a picnic but didn't tell Jensen. After a couple of weeks, they still forgot to do the Lizard Brain interview about the pamphlet that was sent to Jensen, like I said last take. It's been a couple of weeks, which he said was good because he still hasn't read that hangout. But now he will have a bit more time, but not much. In that day's lunch, Jenny told him that they would do his interview after school. And now he is actually happy because he actually has more time to read. And he told Jenny he has math tutoring in a scared and frightened voice. Jenny said it was okay, and then they'll see him after lunch. So Jensen took on his day and went to math tutoring. This is a bit heavy. I'm going to put this down for a bit. So he decided that he would give this math tutoring a go and see what happens. And he got paired in group 2, which his tutor was Aaron, assigned by Mr. Christopher. Now Aaron is very good at explaining, and his homework made a lot of sense. But still, the next day, the math lectures were still blank for him. He still cannot figure out what is what he can do, what he cannot, what is that, what is this. And he figured out he was very behind from the start. Now lunch was about to come, and he still forgot to read the article. Which means that he had to quickly use his 10 minutes of spare time to quickly read the article, and of course a reader that Jensen is, he probably could not read that article as fast. So he only went through about not even a half of it, like very little of it. And then he came into Jenny's place, and they didn't even have time to ask him for anything until he said he did not read the article, and Jenny went freaking out mode and angry mode. So she was like, "You had weeks, Jensen!" Oh, and maybe that's too much. And then Like, she was like, oh, you had weeks. Why didn't you read that article? Everything was set up for the interview and then Akila was like, stop the recording and then explained to Jensen that Jenny is having a lizard brain reaction, which is actually very cool. It is a defense mechanism for people. So instead of talking it out, the people reacted with rage, and also lizard brain reactions could also be a defense mechanism. Like hungry, find food, or danger, angry Jenny, stay away, defensive mode. Something like that. And then after that, they decided to say that, like, ask him like how he was being bullied or things, and Jensen didn't think he was being bullied. But there are 3 types of bullying, like they said, so they give him the pamphlet and the survey for making him to fill out. And Felipe told him that, like, they call Jensen names, it's called verbal bullying, but he responded with, sticks and stones can break my bones, but words can never hurt me, which is actually an inspirational phrase, but for me it is actually true and false, so you can look at it both ways. Yeah, and when this time he tries to read it, and then again he went to math tutoring, but this time he saw Yannick differently, and he was like, he had a baseball game to go to, so he was being normal now. And at the start, Yannick was being weird and was actually confused, but now he has came into his normal bullying state and decided to threaten people and then say that he do his homework first, not do the worksheets. And Aaron's like, Jensen's also missing his activities too, so it wouldn't be fair for him. But then after that, Yannick was angry and decided to threaten Aaron, not threaten but yell at him. And Jensen was reminded of lizard brain, and he said that out, and Yannick called him fatso and raised a voice. When Mr. Christopher heard that, he decided to take Yannick and be his own group, and Jensen felt like it will end good, and it might be like that. Stay tuned for Brain Part 5, and give a like, subscribe, give some honest comments, please. If there's anything I can improve, if you could comment, please comment. And watch my other videos. Bye!